I know this is late in the piece, but I actually think there's something really important in the next generation that's coming up. So my son would prefer to work at Coles and get paid $10 an hour less with his mate than he would to work somewhere else.
100%.
Like that's a driver for him. He just wants that connection. He wants to work with his friend, and it's all about that for him. He's like, well, I like it only because of blah, blah, blah. So his personal connection is what's driving him. Now, of course, he's young, he's 18. He doesn't have the financial pressures of a home, etc. But, that's really interesting to know, right? I never would have done that myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paul, well answered. I know, and Liam and Sharon who are here, suffer this fate every day, and in very, very important industries, servicing wind turbines, as I mentioned at the onset. We should not forget, that the frontier of work doesn't kind of end where the white collar kind of finishes. You know what I mean? And when you think about a net promoter score, and you turn it into an employee promoter score, in other words, promoting your people, it's your front line that ultimately, your Jim's Mowing guy that actually makes Jim's Mowing stand up or not. Or be a franchise that you're willing to invest in, and it's so often overlooked. And just even empowering people by making them realise that is gold. Folks, it's been a really delightful session in that I think it's been a very headspacey talk today. That's commuted into heart space, really feeling this thing called people. And it's that junction of two things that I think is what we seek to really get out there, is emotionally tethered to our people and recognise that we can make a difference. Thank you for coming today, Paul, for your very, very insightful presentation. I do apologise that I cut you off in the middle there. I felt very guilty about that, and I knew you were close, but I wasn't sure. So thank you for taking the hit on the chin. To all of you, have a wonderful day. If I could just say, Ivan, who runs BBG, Business Builders Group, has always said, we're 3 minutes to the end. If we could just do a takeout of everybody just saying what their takeaway was, it would be really great just to get your kind of 20-second takeaway. If anyone, and I won't point people out, could I, or maybe by show of hand, and then we could just throw it around. Does anyone want to start, please?
I could sum it up with I saw a cartoon that I think is very relevant to this and sums it up, and it was the CFO talking to the CEO, and he said, what about if we invest all this money in our people and then they leave? And the CEO says, what about if we don't invest in them and they stay?
Love that.
That's a nice one.
Love that.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, thank you, Mark. Any other nuggets, guys?
I just think that talking about what makes people motivated to stay or go is actually so key, and it's something that we take away, we leave behind when we're thinking about the bottom line and the cost of employee hires, etc. I think this actually is the key to it being successful versus being financially viable, which I think it's very important.